It's definitely worth the money because it is effectively operating the Google account, and we are not having to spend quite as much money, but we're getting more leads. Okay, a little bit about us and our practice. My name is Dawn Andalon. I am co-owner alongside with my husband, Oscar Andalon, of Level 4 PT and Wellness in Encinitas, California. And we are a full spectrum wellness center. We have physical therapy, including pelvic floor PT and orthopedic physical therapy, Pilates and massage, and fitness. And we work primarily with women over 40, and we have 2 physical therapists, a Pilates instructor, massage therapist, and admin staff as well. I can tell you the freedom from not having to mess with all the technical details of Google has been pretty amazing. There's so much research on how to actually do it right, and we don't want to be spending our time doing that. We want to be growing our business and spending our time effectively. So that was the reason that we chose to do the online domination program. Well, we've seen some pretty amazing results even in the times of 2020 and coming out of this COVID pandemic. We never stopped advertising on Google, and it has definitely helped our business. And also too, with going in to make the necessary changes as our business evolved, was really important to be able to share that it's much easier when you have these tasks that you can delegate to someone that knows what they're talking about rather than us trying to do it ourselves. The monthly calls that we have with Cameron are very effective. We can be able to relay what's going on, what things we want to happen, what things we might want to change. And he is very quick to respond, and also is able to optimize the keywords and things that we know is going to help propel our marketing and help our Google rankings as well. So I can't say enough how much it's been a lot easier to be able to delegate that to somebody else and just check in so they can tell us on their end how things are going and maybe give us suggestions, but we're also able to optimize our leads and how they're coming in and be able to just focus more on what's going on in our office and optimizing the sales portion when they are helping with getting the leads. We used to operate Google on our own. We actually used to have another business partner, and he was the one doing all the technical stuff and spending all the time doing it. But we quickly found that once we separated with our business partner and we needed to have somebody else help us with Google, that a lot of the things weren't happening correctly, and we actually were spending more money than we should because it wasn't running optimally. So that was one of the reasons we definitely wanted to get it off our plate, because now we had a lot more work to do ourselves, and we didn't even want to start with trying to research and figure it out on our own. We wanted someone else to do it. There was no other option. We wanted to delegate Google to somebody else that had experience doing it. So we never really thought twice about joining. We just said, well, it's not going to be us, so who else knows it? Who else can we delegate it to? I can honestly say, with last year being an increase in our revenue, even though we were closed for 10 weeks last year because of COVID, the fact that we kept marketing and optimizing on Google definitely was a big boost with our business. And the first quarter of 2021, we actually have doubled our revenue from the first quarter of last year, which is exciting. And we've definitely seen an increase in our leads, and especially now that we are focusing so much more on women's health, we're able to really optimize who we're going after on Google, and it is definitely getting a good result. It's definitely because we're spending money on being able to get those leads from Google. We definitely want to make the most out of every lead that we get. So that's where we did hire a salesperson. We did end up refining our sales process and being able to optimize what we're getting from our marketing, because the marketing is working so well. So we have always been a pretty high price clinic, but being able to have the conversations get better and better and work on the sales aspect, that has kind of been more of our shift in focus. Like I mentioned, having those monthly calls with Cameron are very helpful. He will be very efficient and quick to get back to us if we have a question, or the meetings that we have are effective because he'll go through and explain what's going on in our account and even give some suggestions for what we might want to change or keywords that we want to go after as well. So we're very happy working with him once a month and being able to help us. We have raised our prices actually for our wellness services, and we've done this since 2020. So that way the leads that we were getting through massage and Pilates, they were coming in definitely, and our marketing was working because they were looking for something different, not the typical massage studio or spa, and not the typical Pilates studio, where we're definitely a more therapeutic environment. So the changes that they made on Google were able to reflect that and also allow us to have a higher demand for our services and be able to separate ourselves. And that also helped us with saying, okay, it's time to raise our prices on the wellness side as well. We knew that we had to get a salesperson in our office to be able to convert these leads to help us, because there just wasn't enough time on our hands to be able to do that and follow up with all the leads that we were getting. So that allowed us the time to be able to train and coach that person and to be able to convert more of those leads. What was your biggest goal of joining Online Domination? Definitely more revenue, more profit, being able to grow our team and not have to spend our time on trying to figure out Google. It was has definitely had a big impact in our business, and we're able to focus on the things that we're good at to be able to grow our business, grow our team, and being able to work more efficiently too. I really think, I mean, for us, it was a no-brainer because we would rather somebody else is handling all the technical stuff that's not for the business owner to do. It's like, get those things off your plate that are having you spend the time and you don't even know if you're doing it correctly. So we always say, let's get the expert to step in and do it. So it's definitely worth the money. Like I mentioned, we went from spending way more on Google and not getting the leads to spending less on what we're actually Google's charging us every month, but it's producing a lot more. So just having someone effective there is definitely going to change the way your Google account is working and how you can get the leads in the door too. It's definitely worth the money because it is effectively operating the Google account, and we are not having to spend quite as much money, but we're getting more leads. We knew that we had to outsource it. So once talking to Paul's team, we already trusted them. We were already working with them and getting results from other avenues that Paul's team was helping us with. So, and anytime we ask a question, everyone's very responsive. But we didn't really have too many reservations before joining. And if you look at the cost per month, you're actually going to make that back in tenfold if you are converting those leads properly that you're getting. So the cost of joining the program was very minimal compared to what we were able to get as the outcome. Your time is better spent on growing your business and being able to coach your team, not spending time behind a computer trying to figure out Google. So I would say, don't even think twice, go do it. You're missing out on getting the help and getting back your time. It's so much more effective to be able to focus on other things and not be stuck in the technical minutia of trying to figure out Google on your own. It's a more effective way to leave it to the experts to be able to fine tune and change things and be able to offer feedback without us having to touch it as much. I would say that is the most important reason, and you should do it, and you will be very happy with the result.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.